Have you heard the news? ChatGPT just dropped its latest image generator, and it is next level. Now, if you know me, you know that I have been trying to extricate myself out of ChatGPT to use Claude more and more. And there's only one thing that I've been using ChatGPT for, which is a custom GPT that was shared with me. Otherwise, I have been using Claude for everything, except image generation. Claude's image generator leaves a lot to be desired. So I've been using Gemini, which until this week had the best image generator, colloquially known, did I say that word right? As Nano Banana. Gemini's image generator was certainly the best on the market until this week. ChatGPT, what they released, has taken it exponentially higher. And I've just played with it for probably about an hour yesterday, and I want to show you some of the things that I created. The first slide that I want to show you, this is an old slide. I did a slide in most of my keynotes. I talk about putting guardrails around AI, not putting together policies, but training people and establishing guardrails. And there's a reason why I favor guardrails instead of policies. But this is the graphic that I've been using. And it's okay. It's not in my brand colors. And it kind of says what I want it to say. But look to see what ChatGPT generated. Now, I've used the same prompt for this one. This is the original image that it generated, and I'm going to share the prompt that I used on both of them. It's a really simple prompt. Do a realistic image of AI with guardrails. You can use the AI icon. That's the prompt that I used to generate the one with the yellow hue. And this, I wanted to test like for like, so I put that same prompt, copied and pasted it from Gemini, into ChatGPT. And this is what it created. Now I love this. A, it's in my brand colors. And B, it really says what I want it to say, which is put guardrails around AI. So then I thought, one of the banes of my existence has been creating PowerPoint slides quickly and easily on AI. Now, I could use a graphic designer to do that, but quite frankly, I think that that's a waste of a graphic designer's time. My graphic designer is awesome. He generates fantastic white papers and really complex images, but for slides, my slides are fairly simple. I have shied away from that. So I thought, okay, well, how about if I try to recreate some of the things in my slides that I incorporate other than just the image. For instance, I've got this little banner, and every single slide that I use in my PowerPoint has the same banner on it. So it's my logo with a little firework at the end of it. And here I've got the word guardrails with to make it pop out. Sometimes I put the wording underneath a gradient, usually a rectangle with rounded corners, which is gradient, the heaviest color to the most opaque color. So I thought, well, let's see if I can do that using ChatGPT. So again, this was the first one. Then I said, okay, create it with the banner. Now, it took me a little bit of finagling to get it to replicate the banner without me having to give it the banner. So in my prompt, in my instructions now in my project, I have the instructions say leave 137 pixels at the bottom so that I can put my banner there. And then I thought, I got that right. And then I thought, I want to add the wording. And there's probably a better way to do this. In fact, I know that there's a better way to do this, which ChatGPT with their image generator can do much, much more professionally. But I wanted to see if it can replicate what I've done. So I told it in the instructions, I said, create AI guardrails as the text and put it on top of a white rectangle where the gradient goes from a heavier color to a lighter color. It did that. The next thing that I'll do is I will add sources to this project and create, right now it's got a screenshot of my banner. I'm going to create a template. So then what I'll be able to do is just put in either the framework for my PowerPoint and it can generate all the slides, or if I want a particular slide, it will know what look and feel I want. This is a real breakthrough for me because I can now create PowerPoint slides without a graphic designer, without Canva, without really even thinking about it. And will they be great? No. Will they be a lot better than I have? Yes. But wait, there's more. I want to show you one last thing. I created an infographic on Notebook LM. And the infographic, the prompt for the infographic was simply to put all of this content, all of this IP, and you don't need to read what it is. It's IP for a new model that I'm creating called the Future-Proof Talent Strategy, how to reimagine talent acquisition and org design. And it's a pretty basic model. Well, the model's not basic, but the instructions to create the model were pretty basic. And what I came up with, or what ChatGPT came up with, looked like this. And this is okay. But again, it's kind of in my brand colors, but I don't necessarily use the watercolor type of effect. I use much bolder colors, but I use that. I'm now starting to post about it on LinkedIn, and I use that, and it was okay. But look at what ChatGPT did. Same prompt. Exact same prompt. And this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted 3 phases, and I wanted the first phase to have several layers, and then I wanted a fishing graphic and some icons. It's really clean, it's really professional, it's a lot closer than this one. This one has stray geometric shapes. It's just not my style. Now, could I have worked with Notebook LM to get it to my style? Absolutely. But I worked for 45 minutes just to create that. To create the one that I love, I just gave it one prompt and it popped out right the first time. It was amazing. So try the ChatGPT new image generator and let me know what you think.